What's up, everyone? Missy here from Fire Fitness Camp. So just want to talk to you a little bit more about how to fix your squat form. So last week I did a video about hip mobility and foam rolling the hips, and that could possibly be what's limiting your squats. Today I want to talk about ankle mobility. So when we as personal trainers do what we call an overhead squat assessment, something we're looking for is those muscle imbalances and how we can help people get more mobile. So an overhead squat assessment would be right here. I'm going to have someone put their hands straight up in the air, and this is actually going to be a great day because I'm a little bit tight. So I'm going to drop down into a squat, not overthinking it, and then I'm all the way down. So the goal on that is that while I'm down here, my tibia and my arms are kind of running in two parallel lines. And if I'm leaning forward, eventually those lines are going to cross, which means that somewhere along my kinetic chain, I have some kind of mobility issue. So one of the things that we check if someone does have a forward lean like I just did, I'll have them put just two little plates down on the ground, and then they're going to repeat it, right? So hands in the air, then they're going to drop right down into that squat and right back up. So if that little trick happens to fix that overhead squat and I can get more upright, then that could mean that a lot of the issue is coming from my ankles and a lack of dorsiflexion or something like that. So things that you can do to help correct that, as always, my foam roller is going to be my first tool for almost anything. I'm going to just start working on trying to loosen up my calves, perhaps. So I'm going to lean right over there, which sometimes when we're doing the calves, people find a hard time getting enough pressure. So you may have to kind of lean into it, or just work right here, a little foot flexion, up and down. As always, try to hold it on one of those trigger points for about 30 seconds. Then get a little bit of flexion here. One other area that you could also try and foam roll, so lots of different spots throughout our calves, is also right here in the front, our anterior tibialis. So I'm going to come right on that, and I'm going to get down into that real good right there, and just holding on that 30-second spot, and then maybe give her a little bit of a roll over top of that. So as always, I'm going to roll it, but other more non-common ways to loosen up those ankles I'm going to run you through right here. So a couple things. So I'm going to foam roll, right, and then I'm going to go right into just right here. We call them squat rocks. So I'm going to go side to side, go into the inside of my ankles, outside of my ankles, and the only reason I'm holding on for this is just to keep myself a little bit upright, because I don't want to be right here kind of falling all over. And if we're not used to doing it, we could roll our ankles while we do it. So I'm going to go side to side, about 10 each way, and then I'm going to go front to back. Same thing, front to back, and really try to get that mobility in those ankles. Then I'm going to go into a little bit of a Achilles/calf stretch. So your regular old calf stretch, right? You're going to hold for about 30 seconds. And then if you want to get it deeper down into that Achilles, I'm going to go right here, up against a wall or a pole, and I'm just going to try to keep my heel down and push my knee up against the pole. So right here, I'm getting a good stretch all the way down there, and I'm going to hold for about 30 seconds. And I really like having personal training clients do this one because I can see when we're making improvement. So right here, I would put like a little line and measure, because as I get more mobile, I should be able to move my foot back further, keeping my heel down, but still getting my knee to touch the wall or the pole. And then the last one I want to show you is a little bit of ankle distraction. So I do have a couple different versions of this one, but this is probably the easiest one to go through. So I'm going to use a band, and I'm going to put it under my ankle, and I'm trying to get that little ball of the ankle. Also good to do without your shoes on, so you can really get it down there. But I'm going to move forward, and then always making sure that my foot is straight forward from my anchor point. A lot of people go in or out, and you really want to make sure you got that foot straight forward. And then my first one is just going to be a hold. Right now I'm really trying to push my heel down into the ground and just letting it hold and letting that band kind of move around my ankle. And then after that, I'm going to hold for about 10 to 15 seconds or so. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to picture putting the pedal down with the ball of my foot, of that back foot. All I'm doing right now is pushing or pulsing my foot, but I'm not lifting up my ankle or lifting up my heel, because that's not going to get it down as deep as we want. So I'm going to do about 10 of those pedals, and then I'm going to shift my weight side to side. Good control weight shift Again, I can feel this kind of loosening up my ankle as I'm moving. So I'm going to do 10 side to side, and then I'm going to rotate. Woo, 10 each way. So overall, I spend about a minute on each ankle while I'm trying to loosen that up. And then, so just combine those three things, or four things. Do the foam rolling, go into just a good calf stretch, and then again, try to get that stretch down into those Achilles. Don't forget about those squat rocks, side to side, loosen them up. And then lastly, pull out that band if you've got one, and then you're gonna do a little bit of ankle distraction. All great things to start loosening up those ankles. So if you're struggling with those squats and getting lower and finding that depth, I would take a look at that and maybe try a squat with the plates underneath your heels and see if that happens to make it better. Then you know you got a little bit of ankle flexion issues, and you can go ahead and treat that with a good mobility routine. Let me know if you have any questions. As usual, my email is missy@firefitnesscamp.com. I'd love to help you out with a great mobility program.